And for more now, we're joined by Chairwoman of the Republican Conference in the House, Representative Lisa McClain. Thank you so much for coming back on the show, Congresswoman. Let's start where we just left off with Senator Welch. You've said you don't see any middle ground with Democrats on DHS funding. In your view, does each side need to make concessions to get the DHS funded again?
Well, I'll remind everybody that that bill passed the House on a bipartisan basis. And as much as I know the senator wants to carve a piece out, that's not how it works. He knows that's not how it works. So I think what we've done is there's a change at the top. Tom Homan's in there, right? He went to Minnesota. He lowered the temperature. So instead of words, we've actually done actions. But my fear is no matter what we do, unless we completely abolish ICE, the Democrats won't be happy, and we're not in a position and have the appetite to completely abolish ICE. So I think the Republicans have made action and have done action, and it's just not good enough for the Democrats.
Turning back to the Iran war, we learned today 140 U.S. service members have been injured. That's on top of the deaths of 7 service members. Yeah. The administration has offered different explanations for just how long this war will take. What, in your estimation, is a success in this war?
Well, I think the president laid out what his agenda was very clearly, and I'll remind everybody of that. Number one was to completely destroy their military. And if you take a look at it, I think about 47 ships are sitting at the bottom of the ocean. Second was to make sure that we destroyed their ballistic missile capability. I think we're on path to do that. And third was to make sure that they never have the ability to get a nuclear weapon. And I think we're on the path to do that. And the reason is because when they chant death to America, I actually believe them.
And Republican Senator John Kennedy called the strike on that Iranian elementary school that left more than 100 schoolgirls dead terrible and a mistake. The administration hasn't gone that far yet. Do you share Senator Kennedy's view?
Yeah, I mean, it is terrible. Anytime that you hit a school with civilians in it, that's not a good day, right? And I don't think that's our intent. I haven't had a briefing on why it happened or how it happened, excuse me, but of course it's terrible.
The price of oil dropped a bit today, but is still up dramatically since the start of the war. In your state of Michigan, gas prices have spiked more than 50 cents just in the past week. Does the rising price of gas concern you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this would be a great reason to have strategic reserves. Unfortunately, President Biden reduced our strategic reserves by 40%. And not because of a situation like we're in now. He reduced the strategic reserves by 40% so he could win an election. That is what we really need to be focused on.
If gas prices don't go down, will Republicans pay the price in the midterm elections?
I think everybody will pay the price, right? But what I can tell you is November is a long way away. And I was just with the president last night, and we asked him about the length of the war. And he's still very optimistic that it will be short term. I think he said 4 to 5 weeks. He believes that we're on target. On pace for that, maybe a little sooner. So my hope is that he's right and that you'll see gas prices come down. And the one thing I know in politics is November's a long way away.
It sure is. If there is one aspect of this war that might keep you up at night, what might that be?
You know, anytime civilians get hurt, anytime we have to put our military in harm's way, right? That's never the first option that anybody wants. So I'm hoping for a quick end to the mission that he laid out, and I think we're on track for that. So the sooner we accomplish this mission, the better.
Chairwoman McClain, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you joining us.